Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Top Fly Pod. You know what it is? You know what we're here to do? We're back in studio today. Beautiful Austin, Texas. The weather is amazing. The city is vibrant. The Longhorns beat the lights out of the Florida Gators. But, gentlemen, we're here to talk about footy. I'm in the studio joined by Aussie Cruz. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm glad and happy to be here for the first time, I think, in the podcast, Top Flight the English.
Maybe in that
English one.
seat, but
In the seat.
I mean,
yeah,
I've had you. We've had you on the pod before in English.
no,
Patreon,
but what for
Patreon.
Patreon?
Patreon.
Patreon, yeah.
Every
Okay,
Wednesday. Every
okay.
Wednesday for the.
How are you doing? You good?
Yeah, so good. I'm glad. I'm happy. A lot of games during the week and the weekend. We have a fabulous weekend.
We have a lot to talk about, mate. But I want to bring in B. How are you doing, mate? Another episode of the Top Fly Pod. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here as always. Like Ozzy said, there's a lot of games on this weekend. There always is. International break is coming up, but there's plenty to talk about this weekend.
100%. Now, before we get into it, of course, as usual, shout out to the Discord members. Shout out to everybody that's on Patreon. The support, the love that we get from you guys is enormous, and we got some really cool things cooking up. So be ready. Stay tuned. You'll get a little bit of a message here soon. So Discord and Patreon members, keep your ears and eyes open. But guys, first things first, I want to send a shout out to the Academy boys. They had a great showing. I went to check them out this weekend. I went out there with my baby girl. I had the kangaroo. Shout out to Aries. He got that for us, little kangaroo. It's so helpful. Saves my life, really. But we went out there to Parliament Field to the St. David's Performance Center. I wanted to see the 18s guys and the 16s play. However, time it didn't let me. I could only see the U15s and the U14s, but great performances from the lads. Shout out to Coach Marco. Shout out to all the U15s, which they should have won the game. It ended 2-2, but there was some good performances. I saw some good things, and like I said, the boys should have really won that game. Shout out to Clayton. Shout out to, let's see, I have here the scores for the U15s. Cruz Garcia and Luke Garcia. Like I said, they were unlucky. They should have won, but big ups to them. On the 18 side, you have a 3-0 win. Goes by Kian Concepcion and Cole Coughlin. Clean sheet for Nico, the goalkeeper. The 16th, shout out to them. They won 2-1 with goals from Lucas Hernandez. His brace seals it. The U14s, they won 1-0 with the late goal by Tobias Trujillo, who stole the ball and dribbled past the keeper to win it for his team. Also, big ups to Tyler. Extremely saucy player. I was very impressed with him. And the U13s, it was not an official game. It was a friendly. They also played an age group above them. They got battered 3-0, but hey, everybody loses. Pick your heads up, boys. But big ups to the Academy. I was very impressed with everything that I saw out there. Shout out to Coach Marco. I got to meet him. Had a quick conversation with him after the game, and I just gave him his congrats for the recent success. And really, not recent. I mean, this is a successful coach, but I just want to give him his praise for everything that he's been doing for the U15s.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been covering the Academy players recently, and I think they really appreciate it. They love the spotlight, and I think it's just great. I mean, we support this club through the U's all the way up to the senior
100%.
team. So
100%. And the Academy, the age groups, they play FC Dallas next week. So if you want to go support, if you want to check them out, Palmer Field, St. David's Performance Center next week, go support
Saturday?
the Academy boys. Should be Saturday, yeah.
Okay.
Should be Saturday. But shout out to all those guys. Let's get into the main topic here today on the Top Flight Podcast, which is the Inter Miami elimination from the playoffs. I couldn't wait to come into the studio. I was happy to bring up this topic, but not because of the Messi topic or the Suarez topic, guys. But this is a huge letdown in the offices of MLS, in the offices of FIFA. Don Garber and Infantino have to be texting each other, calling each other back and forth, pissed, upset, mad at Atlanta United for pulling off the biggest upset in MLS playoffs history. A team that has a spend, they pay their players $30 million. Atlanta United, only 11, less than that. I mean, David versus Goliath, Leo Messi, Luis Suarez, Sergio Busquets, and Jordi Alba, they're out of the playoffs. And like I said, the front offices at MLS got to be a little bit upset. But Ozzy, how did you see it, mate?
But that game, that was amazing. But Miami played really, really good. The Miami played better than Atlanta. That's for sure. If you guys watch the game, you can see the Miami was always over Atlanta, always. And then the last goal from Atlanta, there's something over there, like at the defender, he was in the waiting, like acting like, oh, I'm getting injury or stuff like that. And for a second, all the defender, the players from Miami, they stop for like at least 2 or 3 seconds. And Atlanta was like, "No, bro, you're faking."
Yeah, and
You're
honestly,
faking.
and that's something
And they
that
scored the goal, and everybody like waiting for the ref to do something. Hey, complaining
back,
about it,
yeah.
calling back, but no, there was legit. And I think for the goalkeeper from Atlanta, I'm pretty sure that game is gonna be in his memory for the rest of his life. He's gonna be
It was
like, this is the best play of my life, the
No,
best
yeah.
game of my life.
Now-
I beat Messi, bro.
Oh, 100%. Now Miami started winning 1-0, but it was scored on 2 times by Jamal Thiare in less than 3 minutes. Literally, minute 19 and minute 21, they did the turnaround on Inter Miami and Leo Messi. But it didn't stop there. Messi tied it up at the 65th with a great header. Honestly, it was a powerful header. And something conspired after that goal because we saw that Leo Campana pushes Brad Guzan into the back of the net. Brad Guzan is completely shocked by the action from Leo Campana. And then Luis Suarez comes over, gets in Brad Guzan's face, and instead of showing a yellow card to the players, the referee just lets it go. Maybe a little bit questionable there, but at that moment, it was tied, and you were thinking, a penalty is coming for Inter Miami. Something is coming for Inter Miami.
Everybody's
Some
thinking
kind of help. But no. And B, I'm going to get your take here. You have a really good point on the folks that were saying that this is all rigged for Leo Messi. Atlanta United pulls it off. They called game in minute 76. One of the biggest upsets in MLS history, maybe the biggest.
I think it's the biggest just because of Messi. I mean, while you were talking about Aussie, I actually looked up top MLS upsets, and I was reading number one. It was like, LA Galaxy over New England over Houston. None of that compares to the magnitude of Miami.
Yep.
Not only that, the global impact that it made, the jersey sales, to go out in the first round, being supporter shields, record breaking, everything. This is clearly the biggest upset in MLS playoff history. So, yeah, I mean, to game one, that mistake by Brad.
Yeah.
Oh, online, all the Messi.
It's rigged.
It's rigged.
Hey, this guy was saying it too.
it's-
Ozzy was saying it too.
Ozzy was like, people were like, oh, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. It's
Yeah.
just all this. I just want this to show to those people that are listening that were saying that. To my G, Daniel, I know you're listening, bro. This is to you. How do you feel? Reflect. This is what I've been telling you. This is what I've been telling fans. Like, enjoy the game. Enjoy the sport. Watch the upset. Now you watch the upset like, damn, I was saying it was rigged. You're not enjoying it now.
Oof.
You're not enjoying. Watch the sport, brother. But that's another side topic. On the game itself, I think the player that went down in the injury, I can't remember his name's not escaping me.
Yeah, I forget his name that went down for Miami.
Nobody touched him. He fell down, whether it was fatigue, whether it was a muscle injury or something, he went down. To me, I think that cost Miami the game. I think that if he could I honestly don't know the extent of his injury. I don't know what's going on, right? I didn't look it up. I don't know what ended up happening. But can you just hold on until the ball is out of play? Hold on until we have the ball. Bro, they're on your ass, and you're going to fall in your own box.
In
like,
the own
bro,
box, yep.
At least, you know what I would do? And this is obviously, the game is over. Hindsight, 2020. Like, it's easy to say this now that the game's over, bro. At least act like you fainted or something. Do something, because the rule is the game doesn't stop unless what?
Unless there's a
Yeah,
like,
and I'm
No,
glad.
unless there's a head injury.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If
And
there
I'm
is a
glad
head
that-
injury, then the play stops. Anything else other than that, the play will not stop. It's up to fair play or all that stuff.
Yeah, and I'm glad that the Atlanta didn't even throw the ball like out or something.
No, they did the right thing.
Because they did the right thing.
Yeah.
Because this is not South America, bro. When you watch like games from South America, bro, they're always faking in time, doing that kind of stuff.
time wasting and
Time wasting. Like, this is the MLS. We have a different rules over here.
Yeah.
Even with the refs, you can go and talk and complain with the ref. Only the captain. You see Jordi Alba complaining a lot of times with the ref. Even the players from Atlanta telling the ref, "Hey, bro, do something."
That's a yellow. That's
on
a
what
yellow.
Ozzy is
yellow.
saying-
That's a yellow.
On what Ozzy is saying, it's true because the MLS implemented the rules
Yeah.
from the MLS Next Pro that were used in 2023, where you have literally seconds to get off the pitch when you're being subbed off.
And you're gonna be out for 2 minutes.
Yes. Yeah, there was a whole new set of changes that happened into the. So Ozzy does have a point there that some of the stuff that Inter Miami was kind of asking for or complaining about that they didn't receive, it's not in the rule book.
This is not South America, bro.
It's not in the rule book.
So that's my takeaway. Brad Guzan, MVP of the series.
Game of his life?
Series of his life, probably.
Probably, yeah.
But the thing that stood out to me watching the game is like, man, could you just have fought yourself for a couple more minutes, a minute at least, to stay on your feet just for a little bit. Obviously, I don't know the extent. Like, he could have been like, no, dude, that was it. I couldn't have moved.
Looking back at that goal, the player goes down, and 2 or 3 defenders in their own box they were just waiting for the whistle.
Yeah.
They were just waiting for the whistle. They were like, oh, the ref is gonna call it.
Yeah,
the ref is gonna call
that's why that's my biggest impact. That's what I want to.
We are the pink team. The ref is gonna do something.
Because it's not that you're leaving your team a man down. It's the fact that your teammates around you are now like, oh, the game's gonna stop.
Yep.
You fall asleep, cross, header, goal,
You're
game,
out the playoffs.
Game. So it's harsh because I don't know the extent of his injury. I could be messed up in saying this, and he's actually going through some serious stuff. You don't know. But God, could you have hold on for just a little bit longer, bro?
And there's people in social media. I have a friend that was telling me, no, they did it on purpose because they want to rest for the World Club. Bro, you don't even watch the game at all.
Yeah.
Miami was fighting.
Oh,
to
Miami
win
wanted
that
to
game.
win.
Yeah.
Oh,
For the
yeah.
people that
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
watch the game, they're gonna start completely say it like something in the social media.
That's
no,
the next
they
thing.
did it
That's
on
the next
purpose.
thing.
They did it on purpose
That's the next
just to say they're tired.
I see.
They just want to have fun or
I
waiting
hate
for the
those
next
guys,
leg.
bro.
Oh
So
my
first-
God!
I hate
You don't
those
even
guys,
watch
bro.
the
Question,
MLS, bro.
pause, Ozzy. So what you're saying, for the folks listening out there, so what you're saying is first, and B's kind of mentioning this, first it was, oh, the league is rigged for Leo. Now that Miami is out, it's, oh, they purposely eliminated themselves because they want to rest for the Club World Cup.
There's people that don't even follow the MLS.
Why do you watch the sport then, brother?
Yeah.
Enjoy the sport, brother. Enjoy the upset,
Enjoy the
brother.
sport.
Come on, brother. Why do you watch football like this? You're watching football like this. This is how you watch football, man. I keep harping. This is my best take that I've ever said on this podcast. We've done, I don't know, almost 200 episodes. A lot of people are listening to me like, dang, he's talking about me. I'm talking to you, brother. Watch the game. Enjoy the sport. You know?
100%.
If you support the team, that's different. But you're just hating just because you're a Madrid fan or a Barca fan or whatever. You know?
Jordi Alba says this. He says, this format seems unfair. I would have the champion of the conference against the champion of the other to make it as fair as possible.
Oh
my God.
poor
Come on,
baby.
complain.
What
He's
else you
out.
want? What else
Yeah.
you want? Tell me what else you want.
Miami
You can
go
get
through.
whatever
He
you
ain't
want
saying
just
this.
because you play in Miami, bro. Come on.
Miami go through. He's not saying this.
No, of course not.
I mean, come on. This is just
Welcome to the MLS.
Jordi Alba
Welcome to
also
America,
says,
bro.
he also says, but
We're
congrats. He says, congrats to Atlanta. They competed well. Guzan was spectacular and marked the difference.
No,
So,
the good thing when Sergio Busquets, when he get into the field, le hicieron un caño, bro. Do you see that?
What do you mean?
A Busquets.
tunnel.
Boom, a
Oh,
tunnel.
yeah,
There
yeah.
you go, bro.
Nutmeg.
That was amazing.
That's the thing. Okay, I'm glad you brought this up because there's been a lot of talk on this format, this first round format, 3 out of games, and honestly, it's like 80, maybe even 95% against it. Maybe not 90% people aren't really in favor of it. On that is just like maybe I'm the odd, but I kind of like it a little bit. The reason why is because if you're truly better, if Miami was truly a better team, they had 3 opportunities to win, bro.
But if we back to the conversation about the MLS, they want to do I want to make more money because Messi's here. Probably they changed the format because of that.
No, I know.
We're gonna make more games with Messi,
You
and
know-
now
No,
it's
it's
gone.
not that. They
My
just
take-
need to make more games in general.
My take on this series is they want to Americanize it even more.
I really love it.
NBA,
I love it. I
best
enjoy
out of
it a
7.
lot.
MLB series.
That's the
Everything's
culture.
series
That's
here.
the
Let me say
culture.
this.
That's the
Honestly,
culture
hot
over
take.
here.
Come after me. Let's make it best out of 5 first round.
No,
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 that's
what
too
is
much.
wrong
Best
with
out of
you?
5.
Nah,
No.
because it's just,
You're the guys
no,
that Rodri hates.
it's good. 2 or 3.
Rodri hates you.
Two
Best
or
out of
three is
5.
good.
Let's Americanize this, brother.
No, look,
there's
2
more.
of 3 is really good.
Let me say
I
this.
think it's
I like
cool.
it.
I'm gonna say this. I think this season, I believe this season, the playoff format may have won some people over because we saw some really good game 3s.
Upsets,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, of
We
course.
saw
Upsets.
some really good.
course.
But that's the key. Game 3s.
Yes.
When the best out of 3 series makes it an all or nothing match at game 3, that's the excitement that the MLS was looking for when they changed this format. Because the first year that they did this format, it was wrapped up 2-0. Series were
Okay,
wrapped up in
but-
just the
but-
first 2
but-
games.
But H, if you're that team, you wrap it up in 2. If you're superior
No,
team,
yeah,
like
100%.
LA Galaxy,
100%.
superior team.
100%. But I'm saying
They
the
go
public
through.
opinion. I'm saying the public opinion. I remember the conversations that were had on Twitter were said, oh, literally, all of the superior teams won 2-0 series, and they're into the next round.
Yes.
That's how pointless the best 3 series was. This season, though, we saw more game 3s. They were more exciting. The LAFC, Vancouver,
Yeah.
right? Seattle, Houston,
New York,
Charlotte, Orlando.
New York, Columbus.
New York-
Columbus are out.
There was some good game 3s.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
first round this year was far better
You
than
have
previous
to
years.
you have to
I agree.
show more than that you have.
Yes.
More because
Yes.
you have another extra game. And we was talking about the last podcast. I guess I was the one that you guys tell me, hey, who's gonna win with Atlanta and Miami? I say Atlanta. And why? Because it's gonna be too physical. Those guys, the Messi and friends, I don't think they're ready to play more than 2 games, only in one round.
And,
And it's gonna be hard for
and
them.
also Brad Guzan. I mean, God, man, what a performance.
Yeah.
What a
I love
performance.
it.
What a
So,
performance
yeah.
by a keeper. And those are the games that your keeper has to be 100%.
And that should have been a yellow from whoever shoved him
Campana.
in the back.
Campana.
I mean, literally blindsided, shoved pointedly in the back into the net. That should have been a yellow.
Yeah, and it
100%.
was an unfortunate situation for Brad Guzan because the way the ball goes into the net, the way it bounces naturally back, he catches
Kept
it.
Messi
Right, and then
kicked
Messi
it out.
runs into him. He knees it out of his hands,
Yeah.
and then Campana just pushes Brad Guzan into the back of the net, and Suarez gets in his face.
And the thing about it is, if like you fall awkwardly, so you can't like get back up.
And
He's
he's
like
in the net, yeah.
struggling. He's like
yeah,
struggling.
and I hope
It's like
I hope
a-
the MLS got put something like
Like a
complain
fine?
about
Like a
fine
fine
for
or
something
something?
because we are different at the other leagues of the world.
But
no, 100%.
We
guess-
have to keep it like that.
I guess overall view.
Follow
is-
the rules, respect the refs and everything.
Overall view is like the MLS, like you said. I mean, this hurts the league so
Oh,
much.
100%.
I mean, Messi being out in the first round. Honestly, I'm starting to question. I'm starting to do this. I don't think Messi's. Man, maybe it's too early. But are we starting to? Can we start to question Messi's impact on this league? Is it? What impact has it? What's
He
the
helps
what
a lot
benefit?
to people look
Eyeballs.
to
Apart
us
from eyeballs,
in,
what
in
is?
all over the world. Like if, for
Yeah.
example, a lot of TV sport channels
Sure,
they're
sure.
talking a lot about
But-
us. This
but
is the
what-
first time that you see the MLS jerseys are now all over the world. There's something you've never seen before.
But like as far
Probably.
as a change, an impact, something that he leaves behind apart from just sales and eyeballs, because we know that's what that was gonna come
Well,
with
I
it.
think-
He's
transfers.
still a good player because we have the conversation with Barte Copas and we asked them, did you guys seen another player over Messi to play the World Cup? The next one, people from Argentina told us no, definitely no. Messi have to be the number 10.
Yeah, I think Messi brings more than just, obviously he brings more than just the eyeballs, right? But he will now, when his arrival in MLS opened the door for maybe that player that was on the fence thinking, oh, what are people going to say about me if I go to MLS? Now they're saying, oh, well, Messi is there. That's how I,
I
can
don't
wash
know.
my hands with it. Because of Messi arriving to
Who?
the shores of MLS, you have players flirting with the league like Griezmann, Kevin De Bruyne,
But Griezmann's he's been flirting with the league since
Marco
before.
Royce, Olivier Giroud, just to
Lloris.
name a few.
I think it's half and
Lloris.
half. People hate that. The half of the country hate that Messi's here because
Mm-hmm.
we saw all the benefits that team is having right now. They're having even the refs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The half of the country hate it, but the other half is happy. So it's like a.
I would
it's
also
a
add this.
balance,
I would
half
also
and
add
half.
this.
don't
If you watch the playoff game from 5 years ago and you compared it side by side with the playoff game from this year, from these series, any one of them, I feel like the level of play is marginally better now than what the MLS was back
Yeah.
then because the arrival of these better players forces coaches to create better
Yeah,
tactics.
even the adrenaline.
If you
is-
don't float, you sink, like Josh Wolf. And now you have Nico Estevez in. So I think those players arriving here, it obviously changes the schematics of tactics and how you're going to play and what kind of players you're going to try to bring. It also is bringing different rules. We see that the MLS is flirting with rule changes. Are they going to bring more DPs? Are they going to adopt the European schedule? That's also on the table.
If they do that, then I'm willing to give Messi more credit of leaving an impact here. But so far, to me, I'm not really feeling some sort of big impact. Your points that the MLS is better, the 5-year, the players you named, Giroud, that's fine, that's great. But that's not the impact that you would think when you first heard that Messi's coming to the MLS. When you first heard Messi's coming to MLS, we were like, oh, the MLS playoffs will be a little better. There'll be more names. No, bro, we were expecting these changes, this massive thing, and it's not lived up to the name.
I mean, maybe we need to manage our expectations because
Yeah.
I feel like we're that meme of the bus where one side the guy's looking at the sunshine and on the other side the guy's looking at the mountains and it's
Yeah.
all gloom,
But
right?
what does it say?
Like right now, I'm looking at the sunshine, saying the speech that I just gave,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're on the side looking at it. You know, I wanted
the
more
other side, yeah.
more from Messi.
I
But you
just don't
can
feel the
remove
impact
credit
as
for
much.
Messi because let's be real. Last night, Miami played better than Atlanta.
Yes.
They play better. They
100%.
play a good soccer, a good football. So the question for me to you guys, us as MLS fans, do you guys are okay that we send that Inter de Miami to represent our league or not in the level?
To the Club World Cup?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we had a whole conversation about it, about why it's dirty.
No,
why
doesn't
it's
matter.
bad
Just
look to
forget
send it
about
to
the rules
Miami.
and everything.
No,
Are
yeah,
you happy?
that's-
Are you happy that we
that's what I'm getting
send
at.
that team to represent us, or
That's
you
what I'm
think they're
getting
not
at,
going to
though.
have even a chance to win something?
That's what I'm getting at. If we're not looking at the shadow that is the reason why Inter Miami is going to the Club World Cup, if we take that out the question, I'd be okay with sending Inter Miami because they have a good team. Messi
They
is,
still play good.
you know,
Oh,
Messi.
they're supporter shields winner. They
Messi
broke
is-
the record.
that's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
you know, yeah.
He's still better than 90% of the players in this league. 98%. Messi is better than every defender. He gets by anybody.
Do-
You have to double team him to
One-
stop him.
Let me throw this out there.
And he's 37.
Let me throw this out there. Don't you maybe? And this is I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. What do you think? What if they saw like, oh, we won the league? Like, look at the supporter shield, best team in the league. We won the league. What's playoffs? Like, okay, we gotta go through this. Like, we won the league. It's like we come from Europe, we come from Spain. We win the league. You win the league.
It's true.
And maybe they weren't as up for a 3-game series against Atlanta than they would be as chasing a league.
Yes and no. I see what the point
You
you're
know
trying
what
to
I'm
get.
saying,
I
though?
see the
Yeah,
point you're
yeah.
trying to get at, but it doesn't make sense because those players they've competed for their leagues in Spain or in England, but they've also competed at the same
Champions
time
League.
for Copa del Rey.
Champions
They've also
League,
competed
yeah.
for Champions, for
Champions.
Carabao
Kind
Cup.
of the same
Yeah,
format.
that's a true. That's
I mean,
that's a
the
good point.
age factor does come into play, but that's why you have 11 guys on the field. You're supposed to build these teams around Inter Miami players that they're going to pull the slack when guys like Busquets, Alba, Suarez, or Messi aren't pulling their fair share
And
'cause of
guess
who they are.
And guess what? You slip up a game. Guess what?
You're out
It's
the
3
playoffs.
games. No. It's 3. You have 3
But
opportunities.
this is
to
also
win.
this is the first time like Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alves complaining about the format of the MLS, right? So this is the team they have the first time ever that format, right? So I'm pretty sure they're gonna learn by the mistakes.
For sure.
Now they're gonna use to play with this format. So I think Miami is not done yet.
But
we have to be careful of Miami. Even the next year, probably they're gonna be better.
Am I mistaken to say that? Wait, isn't Messi next year his last year? Is that not his? Is that?
I'm not 100% up to date on his
I
contract,
think he
but
had to.
it's
I think he
terms.
had to play at least in a team because I'm pretty sure he's gonna be ready for the World Cup.
Yeah,
the
he
World
has
Cup is on the 26th.
2026.
26.
Exactly. Yeah, Leo Messi.
So Leo Messi, I think, is gonna stay, bro.
Leo Messi has to continue at a
His-
club
his-
where he has
his
continuity,
Yeah,
whatever.
his
because a lot of people are saying like, "Hey, probably Messi's gonna back to Argentina," but now with all the problems for
Didn't they
this-
threaten him?
they
Going
can't
back
they
to
can't
Argentina?
even Di Maria, he wants to retire in Rosario Central, and he could play because for all the problems that they're in town, all the insecurity that they have,
I had read
security
something.
things.
I had read something.
So Messi
that-
came back to Argentina league. It's gonna be so difficult.
I had read something where they had dropped off a pig's head in the front doorstep of Di Maria's house, and
No, a lot of things. Yeah,
Argentina.
that's why Di Maria
With-
was a
with
little
like
bit
a
disappointed.
message.
Like I can't even retire in my club.
with the message that said you better not come back
Yeah,
here.
it's so difficult
Fidel.
right now. All the problems the Argentina is having with the barras and everything.
Messi's not going back.
Messi's not going
No,
back.
no.
So I
Me.
think he's gonna retire in Miami.
So
for
next
sure.
year, next
for
year is
sure.
his last year, but he has an option for.
Yeah,
another one
he's
after
gonna
that.
stay, bro. He's gonna
Okay.
retire in Miami.
Question.
Pretty sure.
Question. What do we think about the links of Neymar to Miami? I know Tata Martino came out and
no.
said, "Oh, just
I
because
think-
Neymar bought
No,
a house."
it's not
in
true
Miami?
because a lot of people in social media from Brazil, they say that Santos de Brazil, he talked to Neymar, and they're sure that Neymar want to come back to Santos de Brazil.
Okay.
Even when in the celebration when Santos
Yeah.
win the championship,
Yes, because they're back up.
they have like a face call
Mhm.
or something like that, a Facebook call,
Mhm.
and they're celebrating with Neymar.
They
Bro,
don't
I
mean
was like
anything.
ready.
Nah, I don't mean it.
Bro,
If
Money
you
co-
check,
money
just guys,
talks.
just go and
Money
check this.
talks.
Just go and check the social media from Brazil, the sports social media from Brazil.
Bro,
Talking about them,
Let's-
Neymar is
let's-
back to Brazil. not
Carlos
to the US.
Vela was celebrating with the French national team FaceTime when they won the World Cup. Does that mean he wants to be French?
Oh no,
He
but
kinda-
it's
maybe
different.
he does
but it's
want to be
different.
French. Maybe
It's
he does want to be
different.
French.
Yeah, but it's different.
when you're talking about Neymar, it's gonna be a financial talk, a jersey sale talk, a view talk. It's not gonna be a football talk. Neymar, look what he's done. Where he's at now in Saudi Arabia, it's like $140 million
And he get
per
injured
game.
again.
He
He
just
doesn't
got
play.
He doesn't care about the sport. He hasn't cared about the sport. Him leaving Barcelona his career ended. Looking back now that we know what has happened, when you're dealing with Neymar, you're dealing with views, you're dealing with money, and you're dealing with jersey sales. That's the only thing you're dealing with.
So what you're saying is we need to get Twitch involved. We
Twitch,
need to get Twitch.
Get a gambling company involved, stake or wherever.
Underdog, Prize Picks?
DraftKings, Prize Picks.
Prize
That
Picks come
when
into
you
play?
when you speak Neymar, the conversation is no longer football, mate. It is money, views, sales. Because this guy has been I'm gonna say it has been he was the guy. He was a chosen one, and he chose a lavish life in Paris, gambling.
Yeah.
Lavish life, easy
Bro,
leagues.
he
He
got
chose
hurt,
the Saudi
though. He got
Arabia.
hurt.
Now you wanna
got
send
hurt.
that guy to the Sin City, Miami?
No, I don't want him in the
No.
MLS, bro.
He's
I
gonna
don't
lose
want
his
him in the
mind.
MLS.
Yeah,
He
no.
needs to go somewhere else.
I feel
bro.
like we're being a bit unfair with Neymar.
Maybe I am being
We're
a bit
being a bit
harsh.
unfair with Neymar because
being harsh.
it's not like he's had
He's a good
all
player.
the advantages this
I know.
career.
I know.
He's gotten through. He's been hit. He's been targeted. Vini and him have had a similar kind of career paths where in the sense that Vini has been targeted, players like to foul him. People used to always foul Neymar. That was a big issue with Neymar back in the day. And then the injury that he suffered in the World Cup with Brazil that took him out for a very long time. I mean,
Yeah, for
yes,
sure.
he should have never left Barcelona. He should have never gone to PSG. He was the prince that never became
Yeah.
king.
Okay.
We could have a
but
whole
now,
pod
okay,
on Neymar.
but you're
And
talking
I
about
am being a bit
Neymar.
harsh on Neymar.
I have a question for you guys. When and with who was the best era of Neymar as a
That was
football
easy.
player?
Barcelona.
Yeah,
2015.
With who?
Yeah.
Messi, Suarez,
MSN.
Neymar, MSN.
And where
Yeah.
they play?
In Miami, but that's why I asked the question. And then Tata Martino comes in and he says, just because he bought a house in Miami doesn't mean he's going to play here.
Bro's got houses all over the world,
Yeah, all over
brother.
the world.
I mean, he bought a $32 million property in Miami.
I think he's 50-50, Brazil and U.S.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure he's
I mean,
thinking about it.
The life here in the U.S.
Yeah.
was attractive to players like Neymar, I would assume. That's why everybody wants to come here.
Hey, Austin's pretty sweet too.
We don't even have casinos, man. He's gonna be playing bingo.
He's
He's gonna be playing bingo. He's gonna cash out the bingo
Yeah.
halls.
We
in
don't have
Austin.
the A
You
Street.
might make a comeback.
I
We
don't
don't have the A Street. That's Miami.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But guys, focusing a little bit more on Austin FC, the Inter Miami talk was great. But a contract that just was signed, Austin FC in Dani Pereira inking a new deal that will keep him here for 2025, the end of 2025, with an option for 2026. Now, we assume that this is going to come with a raise. Before, Dani Pereira was around $125,000 a year before taxes. I'm sure that was guaranteed compensation. But now we see that not only does he get a new contract, guys, he also receives a green card that takes him off of the international roster spots that are very important in MLS. You trade them, you sell them, but you damn sure need them when you're trying to get those players from Europe to change your team's face, tactics, capabilities, and maybe season. That's when you got to get those international players. Dani Pereira probably got a raise, not an international player anymore, and he's here for 2025 with an option for 2026. How'd you see it, B?
This was coming. This is coming, obviously.
Deserved.
Nobody is upset at this. This is deserved, right? Dani Pereira has been pivotal to our team. Draft pick coming in to make an impact that he has made has been just exceeded all expectations, in my opinion. I mean, you take Drusy, obviously, talisman, Stuber, right? He's up there as one of our most important players.
100%.
A young rookie contract, and it's finally time. His work is finally put to the table. As far as, look what I've done, it's time to talk about my contract, and he has got it. I don't know if the raise is public.
We don't know.
info.
It's
We don't
not
know.
public, but it
Either
should be
way,
coming out soon with the spring numbers of
the
MLSPA.
numbers that have been talked about in the back that we've been rumored to. Either way, this is a part in a soccer player's life, a important part. As when we were kids, we'd always dreamed of being soccer players, of chasing this, chasing that, of earning a living wage, not only a living wage, but then earning extra for your family. I think Dani Pereira has reached that point, and I'm so happy for him because not only does he deserve it, but he is beloved here in this club, beloved in the city.
100%.
And it confirms that he'll be here next year, and then the option for another one. In my opinion, I mean, this is extremely early. There's a lot of stuff in play. Nico, how he's going to play. We still need players in.
Let me ask you this, B. Staying with you on this topic of Dani Pereira. 1 goal, 5 assists, 91% pass accuracy, and 9 yellow cards. I believe those are just his MLS numbers because he also had a fantastic Leagues Cup. But what are you expecting from Dani? I mean, or do you want more goals? Do you want more assists per season? Because with the new contract, there's going to come new responsibilities. There's
Yes.
going to come new tasks at work that he has to manage.
And I think Danny's up for it. I think Danny's he's up for it. The reason why is fresh motivation. Plus, a lot depends on how Nico wants to use him. Is maybe Nico gonna let him go forward a little bit more?
Nicky from the Discord?
No, Nico. Is he gonna allow him to play a little bit more forward? Is he gonna keep him locked down in the back like Wolf did? We don't know yet. But what I do know is that this might potentially be his last year. Honestly, I think it is his last year. I'm gonna just say it. I think this is his last year coming up, and I think he, having the past 2 years went down the way that they did. I think he's gonna show out for us. I think he's gonna show us the best version. I think we're gonna see the best version of Dani Pereira coming up. Because of the new contract, the motivation, plus his ambition to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You give us one great year here in Austin. You make your move elsewhere in Europe. We benefit from a sale. It's a win-win. I think we're gonna see the best out of it.
And also, I think we have to be ready. We're gonna see the best era of Pereira in Austin FC, because during the week there's rumors they go out. There's a team from Europe. They expect to pay him like around $4 to $5 million.
Coventry City. Alex came out with that information.
That was a great news. So I'm pretty sure the team does that because he's gonna be out next season.
Now it is
he's gonna be out, and like we say in the Spanish podcast,
after
there's not team in the MLS they can pay Dani Pereira more than $1 million. And the player that played that position. It's going to be so difficult to him.
100%.
And so we're going to see the best of Dani next season, because he's going to be prepared to have more eyes from outside the country.
The team that Ozzy is talking about, like you said, it was mentioned on social media. The info came out from Alex. Coventry City move fell through, according to Alex, Football Critic. The offer was around $4 to $5 million for the services of Pereira in the summer of 2023 is when Coventry came asking about Dani Pereira. They couldn't agree to terms, and it fell through. But Alex was saying, hey, just because that fell through doesn't mean that there were other teams also circulating his situation, wanting him for their team. Now he has a green card, right? Now he's a more developed player. He has international experience as well. So Dani Pereira is a player that's probably attractive to multiple clubs across the entire globe. But I want to ask you guys on that topic, you think that's what Rodo is looking for with this short contract, a 1+1? We're not keeping him long term, 3 years, 4 years. We're kind of working with him. We're saying, hey, give us a good year, and as soon as we get one of those offers that is appealing to you, we will help you out.
He is gonna be our first serious sale.
That's what I'm hoping for, bro.
He is gonna be our first serious sale where we drafted him from college, brother. So he's gonna be our first serious sale. Best case scenario, I think he's going to be amazing for us. Pivotal. I think he will try to lock down that starting position. It depends on what players come in. But I think we're going to see the best of Dani, man, like I said.
Yeah. He had to play too much better because he already know that there's teams outside from the MLS that are looking for him.
This is his year, bro.
And
this is his year.
Yeah, I like that.
He know that if I stay in the MLS, even if I love Austin to play in Austin, there's not a team they can play $4 million for.
He's going abroad.
Wherever
he goes, he's going abroad. Whether it's Europe, whether it's South America, wherever he's going abroad, and he's gonna earn a good contract. He can keep developing. This coming up year is his year, his last year here, most certainly.
Another thing about Dani Pereira, his showing in Leagues Cup really helped him out.
Yeah.
I mean, I think his showing in Leagues Cup was one of the reasons why Austin FC is coming around and Rodo Borrell is coming around and saying, you know what, we're going to offer this guy the money that he wants, most likely for Austin FC. We're going to offer him a contract that will keep him here for another year so we can look for a sale for him. That way we benefit, you benefit, just like you were saying, B.
Everybody benefits.
Everybody benefits from this. But we'll see what happens in the future with Dani Pereira. We do know that he will be here for the end of the 2025 season, through the 2025 season, to the end of it, with an option for 2026.
So I have a question for you guys. What about if Dani wants to stay in the team for 5 years? How much do you think, and Austin FC, just for example, how much do you think the team could pay him? Like, how much?
First of all, it's tough to get past the 5 years. Then he's essentially
3
saying,
years. 3 years.
Okay, 3 years is different.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. It's not
2
gonna
years.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to
How
happen.
much?
But if
$1 million?
No,
Not even
no,
$1
no,
million.
No. You can't
So
pay
that's what I'm
that.
saying.
You
It's
can't pay.
It's gonna be so difficult to
it's
keep
gonna be
Dani on the
extremely
team.
difficult. Now it's better for everybody. It's better for Dani's development. It's better for us financially, for him to move on in a sale, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just better in that way.
And honestly,
And don't
Danny's-
stay in the MLS.
And honestly,
please.
Danny's
Don't
cycle
do
with
that
the
for
club
us.
could be coming to an end. He's had a fantastic group of years with Austin FC. This is a quote that he dropped in the official press release with Austin FC. Quote: Austin FC is the place where I began my professional career, and this club and community have become like home for me and my family.
Man, I love Dani, bro.
He loves
this
it here.
this fan base loves Dani, bro. I mean, God, what a beloved player here, bro. I mean, I wish him well. I hope he gives us a hell of a year this year coming up, and I hope he goes somewhere great and he can keep developing. I tell you what, wherever you go throughout your career, I'm gonna be watching. A lot of people are gonna be watching,
Yeah,
and
of
we're gonna
course.
be supporting you every step of the way, brother. So I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're here, and let's have a great year next year for sure.
100%. Ozzy, anything else you'd like to add before we change topics?
No, it's gonna be historic if we sell Dani to.
He's gonna be our first
it's gonna
legit,
be our first,
first legit
yeah.
sell, brother.
I mean,
A lot.
Romagna sold for $750K. Tomas Pochettino had a little bit of a sell there as well.
But I mean, you
Yeah,
take
but
into
there's
account
there's
our-
a guy who really
No.
grow up in this thing.
like a real
From
legit
zero.
sale from us, from our,
Yeah.
from you know.
He bleed.
I mean, I'll never forget
Black
the
and
moment
green.
where we selected Danny from the
Yeah.
Super Draft.
Even
I-
that was a talk.
Yeah.
Even that was a talk.
He
bro.
was projected to go number 3. Austin got
And
him
then-
number 1.
And then not only that, he's not here. Bali. I mean, Bali was telling us when he was playing Texas, like
At, Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech. I mean, come on, what a. He's had a big impact in this club and the fan base.
I clearly remember the night making the Austin FC signed this player, and I made 3. I made one for the guy from Wake Forest. I made one for Philip Mayaca, and I made one for Dani Pereira, just in case, so to have
Yeah.
them ready. And then I did not expect us to pick up Dani Pereira in that Super Draft. Nobody did, but I'm happy we did.
And not only that, I did not expect him to just be such a pivotal player and role in this team.
Yeah.
I mean, God, man.
I mean, not to even glaze the guy, but
not
I mean,
it's
you know, he's been an influential piece
Yeah.
of our midfield,
Yeah.
even when we've been down in the dumps, and he's been part of the great times. So hopefully this guy does leave us a lump sum of money that we can work with, and we're just gonna thank him for his time here, and wherever he goes, like you said, B,
Yeah.
I guarantee you, what that team can
I'm
look up.
watching those games, bro.
That team will look up analytics, stats. They're gonna have a lot of traffic from Austin, Texas.
Yeah,
Whoever picks up
sure.
Dani
Yeah,
Pereira.
But for now, do your job first
Oh.
in Austin before you leave, bro.
That's true.
Yeah,
Please.
that is
That's
true.
true.
First of all.
That is
No,
true.
but,
First of all.
we just had 10
Yeah,
minutes of
he's
Dani
gonna-
Pereira saying that we
yeah.
expect the best.
And I
season
think
of him.
Nico is gonna make him play too much better. I'm pretty sure.
Improve him? Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
pretty sure.
Especially if he gets to go a little bit forward. I'm excited
Yeah.
for that.
I really think people are underestimating the fact that there's no longer a Spanish barrier between the coaches and a lot of the players.
When we spoke about Nico being here, that was my main point, bro.
Yeah, you're right. You
that
did
was
say
my main point. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some people. I feel like it's being
not registering?
underestimated. It's being underestimated.
Oh, yeah. It's such a huge boost,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
Such a huge boost.
Now, guys, according to the website Panama Gol, Austin FC is interested in 34-year-old Panamanian captain and ex-Nashville FC midfielder Anibal Godoy. Nashville declined his option for 2025, making him a free agent. Panama captain, MLS veteran, but most importantly, as free agent, as option decline, cheap option to replace Valencia and Alex Ring maybe. Now, I'm sure Rodo is going to offer this player, a different contract than what he was on with Nashville. To me, it has to be in the range of the 300 to 400, maybe 500,000,
Even that's too much, brother.
based on the contracts that we've seen. Mikhail Dessler, young European player, 500,000. Alexander Svatok, Ukrainian Euro tournament caliber center back, 300,000 flat. Brandon Heinzike had a fantastic season. Nobody expected it. 199,000. Doesn't even crack the 200,000 margin. If this player lands with Austin FC, it'll be on a great salary that Rodo Borrell carved up himself, and I think it's a good option for Anibal Godoy if I'm being real.
Yeah, we need to check if he is available to play the 90 minutes. Because for his
That's
age,
a big question.
that's a
brother.
big question. The
Yeah.
first one. The second one, the positive thing that I like, it's the salary. We're going to save a lot of money. You have a people that has been captain in his national team. That's pretty cool. That's
He
what we
brings a
really need.
presence to the locker room.
Probably he's going to be our first captain at all. But he can
I don't
do
think so.
a lot of good things in the locker room because one of the issues that we have in the last season was the locker room.
Yeah.
All the problems. So he can help in that one. He's bilingual, Spanish, English. He's been playing in the MLS,
If you're making the
Before-
pros, right?
the
Yeah.
pros
Yeah.
for now. We're talking about positive things. about that's the positive thing
The
that we
cons.
have. The cons and
Age.
everything. The only problem that we have is
Age.
if he's gonna be available to play the 90 minutes. Is he a good player? The player that we really needed. That's the question.
I want to present a question to the listeners, the folks that are checking us out on YouTube, and mainly the analysts that we have here on the Top Flight podcast tonight. If Austin, let's just put it into a world where Godoy is the one that's coming into Austin, right? It's just a rumor. But would you rather have kept Ring Valencia, or are you kind of okay with Godoy replacing that gap that's now left in this team?
I think we need a shaking up, bro. I think we need a refresher. I think with Wolf leaving out, I think we needed something different, something fresh, more add to the fresh. So I would still, I wanted Ring to stay, but he's gone.
100%.
F it, free fresh. That's just too much of a big factor. Is his age? Is he gonna give us 90? I mean, Ozzy laid it out perfectly. Captain material, Spanish speaker, all this stuff. The only thing
MLS
that hangs,
veteran.
MLS experience. I mean, all this stuff, it's positive, but 34 years old?
And we don't even know he played better than Ring or Valencia.
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube makes everybody look good. Highlights make everybody look good. But from what I was seeing, I thought that he had good decision making in the midfield. But to me, the biggest thing is the age. That's the only
just
thing.
the
for
only.
me.
If he
That's
was
the
at
only
least 32, then but
But
let's
probably,
say- but look,
probably
hold
you
on,
can use
hold
him
on.
as a bench.
yeah,
Probably
but
will be
okay,
better.
but then let's
That's
do
good.
two
As a bench
250.
is- I'll take it,
250, I'm
yeah.
down.
Let me propose a question. Was this exact conversation not being had on podcasts like this and others that cover Austin FC when Heinzike was signed? People were saying,
How
"Oh,
old
why
is
are
Heinzike?
we getting aging center backs?"
How old is Heinzike?
I'm gonna double check, but he's definitely 30 something. Folks the conversations were probably very similar.
But you know what age? We got him for 199. We were okay with that. If we can get him for 199, I'm down.
the money is
Yeah,
also
but
gonna be a big factor.
let's think about something about what happened right now with the team. Is because what Rollerball is doing.
He's 29.
It's
Heinzike is
all the
29,
new
yeah,
contracts,
brother.
all the
Brother
new
looks 34.
contracts, all the new contract, all the new contract for all the players is only 1 year with option for the next one.
Yes, exactly.
Keep him hungry. Keep him
Yeah,
fighting.
keep him fighting, keep him hungry.
What if you
If
signed
you
Anibal
really,
Godoy
if
to
you
that?
really want to play in Austin, show me that you want to stay with
That's
us.
true.
Show me.
earn your
That's
next
one of the things that I
contract.
like
And
it
also,
about
Ozzy,
Roldo.
on the-
And I also think that the windows that we have is so difficult to buy players from outside
Yes.
or league. It's so difficult. We have a lot of
But Roldo's
financial
been doing
problems.
great.
Financial problems. We fixing right now with the salary and everything. We're trying to fix that with the club. Now we're gonna fix everything step by step. I'm pretty sure, like Alex said before, probably the good like huge news that we're gonna have about talking about players is gonna be until
2025?
2026.
No, 2025. Oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about big signings.
Yeah.
2026.
Big signing.
Okay,
I think this year we're gonna sign those kind of people like low
Okay.
salary,
But brother,
stuff like that. We're gonna debut. Probably we're gonna have players from the academy. They're gonna jump to the
come
first
up,
team.
Alonso,
Come
Irvin,
up,
Micah,
something like that. Probably
Jimmy, CJ.
two or three guys from the academy. We're gonna play with the salary right now. This year, it's a salary problem.
Okay, I mean, you got rid of Valencia, who was on a high salary. You
opened
got rid of
Ring.
Hedges. You
we
got
opened
rid
up
of
like
Ring.
$3 million in salary cap.
We opened up-
I
That's
think
pretty
salary.
cool.
I think salary's done, bro. I think we're done.
No,
with,
probably we need. I'm
As
pretty
far
sure.
as fixing the salary, I
I'm
think
pretty
it's
sure
fixed.
we need a
It's-
player who can play in the position from Ring and Valencia, and we need a true captain.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
The
captain.
only-
I
the
don't
captain
think
situation
this
is
guy.
up in the
I
air
don't
for
think
me.
this guy is not that
No.
guy that's gonna
Yeah.
fit that position.
Last part I said number one issue on Rolo's desk is situate Danny. All right,
Done.
Danny is situated. Guess what
Done.
number 2 is, brother?
The captain.
Getting a captain to this team.
Yeah.
You don't think the captain is already among us?
Who?
I mean, I'm looking at Stuver.
The thing that right now in this era, being a captain as a goalkeeper in the
It's
MLS
tough.
is tough.
Brad Guzan, that we just spent 20 minutes
Yeah, but
glazing,
you're gonna
is the
compare.
captain.
You're gonna compare Brad Guzan, a
Yeah.
U.S. men's national team player. He's been to World Cups. I mean, come
Even-
on, brother.
I'm 100% compare MLS Brad Guzan to MLS Brad Stuver. Everything else outside of MLS, I'm not bringing it to the table. MLS,
Stuver is
when
not
we're
a
talking
captain
about
player.
MLS, I'm putting Brad Stuver in the
is
same
not a
table as Brad
captain
Guzan.
player. I
I love
love
Stuver, but
I
I don't
love
think he's
Stuver.
captain.
I love
We
the
need a-
guy, but he's not a true
we,
captain.
we need an outfield captain. We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I mean,
And
keepers
to
have a
answer
loud
your
voice.
question, I don't think we kind of have one
Right
that
now on the
stands
team,
out, maybe.
Can
We
I
don't have a
propose
captain.
somebody? Can I propose a captain? Guillermo Biru.
He gets
Oh
a
my
little hot
God,
sometimes,
bro.
brother. Bro, that he cocked it so far back. He was
There's a lot of
bad. He
memes.
was about to let
And
it
that
go.
picture was so perfect, and a lot of people trying to create a lot of memes about
Bro,
that
he
picture.
did it like
I
my
love it.
little nephew would hit you with, like,
Alex
You know
I
Ring.
want to
Yeah.
mark that picture, bro.
Alex Ring.
And put it somewhere.
put it somewhere.
Yeah.
Alex Ring came out and he was like talking mess about the technique.
Oh, yeah,
of
he
Vitor.
would've-
was like we need to talk about the
Bro,
technique.
look at his face is wide open. You cock back, dude.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Alex Ring apparently is a little bit of a UFC fighter.
I believe it.
A little bit of
I believe it. From what I've heard.
I feel like Alex Ring is one of those guys where you pull up with him to a function. He's like, hey, bro, you want to spar real quick?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right. Yeah.
Let's shadow box.
He's one of those guys you pull up to the coach like, man, you gotta keep an eye on Ring, man. Just don't let him drink too much, maybe.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, if you're drinking with rings, those guys
Oh,
are
I'm gonna miss that
fucking
guy.
like
it's like a
I'll miss
ticking
that guy.
time
need to
bomb,
fight
brother.
before I
I
leave.
miss that guy. Well, guys, Anibal Godoy's 2024 stats: 29 appearances, 1 goal, 3 assists. Problem with his hamstring in 2024 that kept him out of some international matches with Panama. But pretty much that's the little bit of a resume
Man,
that I got
hamstring
for
issues
Anibal
too.
Godoy.
Also, on top of that,
I mean, he's 34.
I know, but we're talking about bringing him to Austin. I think we should look elsewhere, in my opinion, brother.
I mean, we should, but like Ozzy said, look at our financial situation.
It's opened up. We got $3 million to play with. Not only that,
Yeah,
if-
but bro,
But look at how
the
many
owners
players
want
exited.
to see something, bro.
Yeah, the owners have to see something. But also look at how many players have left the club. You got rid of Valencia, Ring,
Yeah.
Hedges, Matt Bersano. You want
There's-
to count him or not?
there's only
Ethan
two.
Finley.
There's only two players, two massive like things
From
that
Reina.
are left. And to fully fix the salary, there's only two players left, Julio and Zardes.
Yeah.
Zardes and Julio's
Well,
salary.
no,
is-
and
contracts.
then
Yeah,
and
that's it.
players
If we
that
can
have a crazy salary from Reina era, I think it's only
Julio,
and
Zardes, Drusi's. I mean, Drusi's. I mean, come on. It's not
Drusi,
even-
Sardes, and who else?
and Julio.
And Julio. That's the
Yeah.
only three left.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Drusi in there. I would say Zardes and Julio. If we can imagine if we can get those situated. I mean, come on, bro.
I think
Yep.
probably for
Yeah.
26 we're gonna have a
Yeah,
huge
for sure.
striker, probably.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I
We'll
know
see
that there
what
were some
happen.
rumors of the guy with Werder Bremen, but I think that fell through or whatnot. But as of right now, the Anibal Godoy talk is the only transfer rumor that Austin FC has right now to kind of go off of. But guys, international call-ups. We had Jimmy Farcardo get called up for the first time to the Liberian national team for the AFCON qualifiers. Of course, Bobosi Villaranga never left out. As per usual, Uganda calls him up for their AFCON qualifiers. Julio Cascante called up to the Costa Rican men's national team for the Nations League quarterfinal matches against Panama, Anibal Godoy, Panama, on the 14th and 18th of November. Those games are going to be at 8 p.m., both of them, Central Time. So you can check out Julio Cascante and what he does with Costa Rica in the Nations League. But, guys, any thoughts on the boys that were called up real quick?
I mean, usual suspects.
Danny left off, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Danny
it.
left
But
off.
the reasoning was, I believe Alex said the reason was lack of playing.
Lack of playing time.
So understandable, I guess.
100%.
I just hope Julio gets to play at least more than 5 minutes. I mean,
He's
give him-
had those garbage minutes lately with
give
Costa
him
Rica.
give him a half. Give him a start, man. Just
Yeah, but it's so difficult when you name a guy who was playing a team who didn't make the
Yeah,
playoffs the last two
Not
seasons.
only that, if you look
It's
at,
difficult even for the player
Yeah.
and for the national team.
I'm saying that
Everybody,
as a fan.
you as a fan in your
yeah.
national team, you're gonna be like, bro, why
why-
he's starting the
yeah.
game when his team is trash?
Facts.
True. I mean, we
So
were
it's
talking.
so difficult.
We were talking with Alex earlier whenever we were going back and forth on the topics for the pod. We were mentioning how Julio Cascante fell out of favor with Costa Rica because Jalen Mitchell. He
Yeah.
came in, he respectfully took his job, and that's the way that this sport works. When there's always going to be somebody younger, faster, and more able than you that's ready to come and take your job. You got to fight for it. And this guy, Jalen Mitchell, he's playing in Feyenoord in the Eredivisie. My G, Julio Cascante, we're in the MLS and Austin
yeah.
FC.
Imagine
Plus-
you as a fan of your national team. You're gonna be, why Cascante is starting? He don't even start in his team.
It's true.
Yeah.
And people
then
will ask that. People will say
Yeah.
that.
It's the
Copa-
national team, bro. You want the
Julio's-
best of the best.
Julio's, like, I wouldn't go as far as say career, but like Julio's season or a Copa America had a huge impact in how this season turned out for him personally. After Copa America, it just wasn't the same. Can never get going again. Fell out of favor. Heinz had a great run. And I don't know. It's just I hope that he makes it worth it going to Costa Rica. I mean, obviously, if they offer you to play for your country just to get some minutes, you're gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wish he plays more, but we'll see.
Shout out to Jimmy though. First call up for his national team, Liberia. Timothy Weah, his father is the president of Liberia. Timothy Weah.
George Weah?
George Weah. Yeah, Timothy Weah. He was
Pretty cool.
he was 50-50. He was 50 Liberian, 50% U.S. national team. He chose the USA.
I'm glad he did. He's a great. He's a
I
great.
mean, he's
a
the
great
reason
player.
why Greg Berhalter got fired ultimately.
Yeah,
His
I guess
red
so.
card will go down in history.
Yeah, that is
But
true.
it's cool how his dad is the
Yeah.
president
Yeah,
of
of
Liberia. That's pretty neat.
Yeah,
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
But good luck, Jimmy. Bobosi, best of luck. They got AFCON qualifiers. That's no slouch. That's no slouch. I believe Nigeria is like automatic. They're eliminated from AFCON.
That was a big.
That's a big
That's
thing.
a massive.
Yeah,
massive
and
deal.
Bukari fell out of favor with his national team as well.
Yeah.
One of the big shocks of the offseason, too, is the amount that we're paying Bukari. I mean, we got him on $1 million, half of what Rigoni was charging you here. And he's the way things are going to play out, he's probably going to be double the player that Rigoni ever was for us.
I mean,
There's There's people in the Discord. I think was Monterrey.
El Tucker.
El
Shout out
Tucker.
Magic Tuck.
whoa.
He was saying that. I don't know. He was saying like
He said
Rigoni is better than Bukari.
No, he was saying Rigoni was better than O'Brien.
O'Brien.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
He
my
was
So what do you
saying-
think about that, bro?
He was saying that Rigoni was
Be
better
honest.
with the ball at his feet
Bro,
than Bukari.
Tucker,
than
Tucker
O'Brien.
has some wilds. He takes shots. Bro.
No, and
That's-
I told
that's a wild-
Tucker.
That's another
Tucker,
wild one, bro.
It's a hot take.
you play a
Come
lot of FIFA on your PlayStation with Rigoni. Stop doing that. That's
No.
why you say he's better than
That's a
O'Brien.
wild
Let's be
He's
real.
not.
Rigoni's been probably the worst signing we've ever had.
Let's
I
be
mean,
real. I'm not going to let the chat pile on Maiji Monteri. I'm going to come out in his defense and say this. For a bit, O'Brien had an offside problem. And
Oh
for
my
a bit,
God.
we saw some really bad first touches from O'Brien where he was struggling to take on defenders. The ball was getting caught up in his feet. He's good when you play the ball into space. Oh, my God. He is a killer when he has the ball in front of him, 30 yards in front of him, and he's breaking lines, getting behind center backs. He's a killer in that sense.
Has
It's
Rigoni been long that? Has Rigoni been away that long, bro?
No.
Did we forget the time
so
Rigoni
slow.
here?
That's
He was
true.
so
Has he?
slow.
Has it been years since he left? No. Go think back.
We have
Think
short
back.
memories. We have short
Think back
memories.
to
as-
Rigoni
as-
and
as-
tell me you wouldn't have Javier, bro.
Hey,
tell me.
Tucker, I tried. I tried, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I tried, Tucker.
Hey, Tucker got them wild takes on him,
tried.
man.
And
Sometimes
shout
out
out
of
to all
nowhere,
the people
he'll.
from the Discord.
Oh yeah,
Shout
for
out.
sure, for sure. Shout
Now,
out, shout out,
before
Tucker.
we do change topics and go into a little bit of a European segment, I just want to send one more shout out to the Academy boys in case I didn't get it right. The 18s, 3-0, goes by Kian Concepcion, Cole Coughlin, clean sheet for Nico. The 16s, congrats on the 2-1 win. Goes from Lucas Hernandez with the brace. He seals it. Interesting celebration covering his face. The U15s, they tied 2-2. I forgot to say this. I really wanted to see Xavier Brown. Apparently, he's suspended. A little bit of a hot hands on those U15s. Cálmate, Xavier Brown. But goes by Cruz Garcia and Luke Garcia. They were unlucky. They should have won the game. But big ups to Maiji Clayton, his defense, the scores, and also Roberto down the wing. He was
That's
magic. I
pretty
said that
cool,
earlier.
bro. That's amazing.
And the 14s, they won 1-0. Like I said, Tobias Trujillo. I think I mentioned that part as well. But I just wanted to make sure I got their shout-outs out there. And then big game Saturday next
Yeah.
week. FC
And,
Dallas.
and I'm so happy for all the kids that these generations in the last years from all over the Texas state, they're playing too good. Who's the champion right now? The next bro,
North Texas, Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah, I saw that last night.
In a
They
couple
won
of years,
Wait,
Austin
MLS
FC.
Austin won the first one.
Austin
MLS Next
FC.
Pro is already done.
Yeah, last night was
FC
the final.
Dallas. Texas is
Dallas won.
Dallas's FCito won
Oh, okay.
the final, and they're good, bro. They're no slouch.
all the academics in Texas.
Let's
Are good.
let's calm down.
The last
Mainly the
3 years.
Dallas one. Mainly the Dallas
Well,
one.
Dallas has been. good
Dallas
for,
has always
for
been Weston McKennie,
Yeah.
Ricardo Pepe, Ferreira,
Yeah,
Paxton
yeah,
Palmica.
that's what I'm saying.
My
Texas,
uncle
Texas
coaches,
is one of the
uh,
best academies
in
from
Mount
all over
Pleasant,
the U.S.
Texas, and he has a. I couldn't name you the players, but he has in his living room. He has a picture framed. He actually coached little kids that ended up playing for FC Dallas, 6 of them.
Damn.
He always talks about everything because it's like his pride and joy. It's like I coached 3 kids that ended up playing for FC Dallas. So
3 or 6.
I'm sorry, 6. They're a goalkeeper, and he has them all on his frame. It's like he used to coach the youth back in it's Mount Pleasant, Texas, like a small town in northeast Texas, and so I've been known that FC Dallas is the way
Yeah.
for young talent for a while, brother,
Yeah.
for a while.
But
so.
now the Austin is here.
things are changing.
Things are
What
gonna
what
change.
Austin did, the academy, what they did, they got to Austin and they started pulling from 956 and they started pulling from San Antonio.
Yeah,
heavy.
I have friends or their nephews are playing for Austin FC though.
And I was
Before
talking
from the 956.
I was talking to one of the players from the academy. Some of them are here and they're with host families. You know what that means?
Yeah.
They're with families that are pretty much like housing them because they're from places like Michigan, Iowa, Minnesota, and Austin FC brings them down here. They're here without their families. They're by
That's pretty
themselves,
cool.
so they have to stay with somebody else. That's like a
Sometimes
host
that's just
family.
how it goes, brother.
Yeah,
Be
Dallas
away.
and Austin.
Imagine that life though. You're a
yeah.
you're a 15-year-old kid from a
No.
rural state,
No family.
and your life changes like that. You come to Austin.
Yeah, and
gotta
that's
show
pretty
out.
cool because to be honest, in the Valley, it's so difficult to you to have a shot in a sports as NFL, probably in baseball, but it's so difficult for because your physical is not like to be as a
Yeah.
football players.
No, yeah.
Because they are like Mexican
Yeah.
Americans, you know how we're physical, and they always like the soccer,
Well, that's why.
and they don't even have the opportunity to go some things like so far. Now you have it in Texas, bro.
Yeah.
Well, that's
you
why.
you can go and come to Austin and try.
And RGV Toros folded too. That's
Yeah.
gone.
That's
That was
pretty
big
cool.
for the
Yeah, it was a big
956.
night,
They're
yeah.
gone now. So you're right. Austin is
The
a big
future is in Texas.
influence. Anything you want to add, B?
I just want to say is like there's that's why there's this talk about NFL fans, MLB fans, all these fans that are American. They're like, oh, if we had our best athletes focus on soccer, where could we be? This and that. And to Ozzy's point, it's like, yeah, the athletes that are playing soccer aren't the 250 pounders, the 6 footers. It's more.
I got something to add
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah. Well.
Lamar Jackson came out. Lamar Jackson is the quarterback for the Ravens.
Yeah.
He came out with a tweet a while back. I think it was during Copa America.
Yeah,
he was
with
watching like the
Mbappe.
U.S. men's national team. And he was like, man, I could have been like on some Mbappe shit.
Yeah.
But I chose football. But, I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah. I mean.
if they started playing soccer at a young age, I mean, think about Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Think about
I mean, if you want to
Lamar
go down that
Jackson,
road, bro.
LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. I mean, think if
Bro.
those guys played soccer.
Yeah, guess what? I mean, you want to go down that road. University of Texas, UT doesn't even have a men's program.
We have a great women's
A
program.
great
too, though.
word, but
Yeah,
there's
the
no
women's
men's
they're
program.
always
There-
champions.
We have a great
Yeah, but there's
women's
no
program.
men's program. I mean, you want to go down this? We can start talking about how the sport here, how it is in the United States, is like a pay to play. It's like a luxury almost. It's like can your mom afford you to take you to practice? Can they afford the fee to even be in the league?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
that's how we.
But now
that's
that
how we are.
changed. Now the Longhorn. Now you guys have Austin FC.
Yeah, that's a big.
But
That's a big
that's
fact.
big
we
fact.
still need more than that, bro.
No, and not only
Step
Austin
by
FC,
step.
not
Step
only
by
Austin FC, you also have Cap City Soccer, Cap City
Oh,
SC.
yeah. Cap City
They're a team that competes in the MLS Next Pro as well, and they're no slouch. I mean, there was a player from Austin FC's academy team that got sent to Hoffenheim. His brother is playing with Cap City. I forget their last names, but that transfer just happened. He got sent to Hoffenheim. They're B team, but it's still Hoffenheim. Gentlemen, English Premier League, Liverpool flying high. Man City disaster class, the Man City downfall of 2024. And honestly, you got to be a sick individual if you're enjoying this Man City downfall. And honestly, I'm sick.
I'm
sick,
brother.
brother.
Yeah.
Achoo.
I'm sick.
Oh my God, bro.
I got to go throw up outside. I'm very ill. I'm very sick.
Yeah.
But also, Arsenal, Chelsea, they just tied 1-1.
It's a good game.
Great game. I think Arsenal should have won it.
They had it at the end. They could have. They had a chance, but it didn't go in.
Ben
They didn't
don't
win.
break. Chelsea.
Man them. Golazo by Neto. Golazo, bro.
I think the best goal of the
Yeah.
two.
Look at the table. I know Liverpool are starting to run away with it a little bit.
5-point gap.
A little bit. Starting to run away with it. But check this out, bro. Check this out. Look at the Premier League table. Third place, Chelsea with 19. 13th place, Man United with 15. 4 points separate third place and 13th place.
That's important to know.
This is becoming a weird. You got Nottingham Forest, you got Brighton up there, you got Fulham up there. I mean, this is a bit of a weird start to the Premier League. The only thing is that Liverpool are starting to kind of run away with it.
You think we're gonna see a Liverpool masterclass and kind of second to 13th very contested? We've seen that with City in previous years where they've ran away with it with 19 points in difference, and then the rest of the teams are just battling out for top 4, and then it's the next best thing is what, top 6, right? To secure at least some kind of
Conference League.
something, right?
Something
That's
in
what you
Europe.
want.
My question with Liverpool, and Ozzy's a Liverpool fan, he can speak on this, but my question with Liverpool is, do they have the tank to go to continue this all the way. The only time that I've seen Liverpool do this was when they chased City all the way to the last game, when they got like 98 points and they didn't win the title. I saw that they could do it. I don't know, the year that they won it was a COVID year, it was all weird. But that's my only question. Do they have the tank? Can they go? Like, there's going to be some games where they're going to slip up maybe. I mean, they lost to Nottingham Forest.
No,
Yeah, but one of the
nobody
good
better
things,
than
one
Aldi
of the
to
good
answer.
things right now, if we're talking about the Premier League, not the Champions, the Premier
Yeah,
League
Premier League.
is a big teams like Arsenal or Chelsea, they draw.
Yeah.
They split
Well, they
1
have a
point.
5-point gap.
They don't have 3 points at all, so that's pretty cool. Manchester City is losing, so this is so good for Liverpool.
Nottingham Forest
Liverpool
lost too?
now, they can lose one game and they're gonna be
bro.
fine.
Nah.
Right now.
Nah.
Right
You
now.
can't say that. You can't say
It's
that,
only
bro.
5 points, but Manchester City, they're not playing good at all.
You slip up
And
2
you
times.
see Chelsea
It's a
and
wrap.
everything
It's a
with
wrap.
it.
It's a wrap. Not a wrap, but it's you
Okay,
lose the gap.
in the
you lose
question,
gap.
do we have the gas? Yes, we have the best bench
Okay,
Oh,
Ozzy, but check
in
this
the
out.
league.
There shouldn't be like, oh, if we lose one game, it's fine. No, bro. In the Premier League, we have a 5-point gap. You cannot lose. You have to
Yeah, but
grow
this-
that gap or maintain, no matter what.
5 points
Especially
is 2 matches.
Especially with City. I know City's being laughed at right now. They're downfall.
Okay.
They lost 4 games in
We
a
beat-
row for the first time in Pep Guardiola's career.
Yeah.
Managerial career. 4
Okay,
L's
we
in a row is
draw. We
wild.
draw. Who's the best team right now? Who's the team that you think can beat Liverpool?
I'm looking at Arsenal, bro. But they
We
got to
draw.
get it together.
I
We
think
draw
it's
already.
still City.
They should have
I
won
think
the
it's
We
game.
still
draw.
City.
They should have won
We
the game.
draw and away.
Y'all beat Chelsea.
The next game is gonna be in Anfield. Difficult for Arsenal.
I think it's still
Chelsea,
City.
we beat Chelsea.
I think it's still City, bro.
City,
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this, Ozzy.
but we
If-
can lose one.
Let me ask you this,
At
mate.
least one.
Let me ask you this.
It's gonna be against them.
If you had to decide,
Manchester United.
if you had to
What?
decide, Ozzy, what competition you want Liverpool to focus on, if you had to make a choice, because you want both, but if you had to make a choice, what does Liverpool want more? What does the Liverpool fan want more? The Champions League or the league?
For me,
For you,
I can talk about the other ones. For me, I want the league.
you don't want the Champions.
Right now, oh, I
I
want
mean,
both.
you want both.
I
You
want
want
both,
both,
of
that's what I'm
course.
saying, but
That's
if you
for
had to
mentality.
make a choice,
But
make a
right
choice.
now,
Make a choice.
I want the Premier League.
Focus on the Prem.
That
Yes,
seems
for
to
the new
be-
coach.
That seems to be.
I want it for
narrative.
the coach.
Yeah.
I want it for Mo Salah. I want it for the fans as well. Because the last time that we won the Champions, the remember was the COVID. There was no fans at all.
COVID
And
like-
it was, honestly, that sucks because they won it for the first time in 30 years,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
No. The league was 30
I'm
years.
not gonna.
The
I
Champions
enjoy
League-
a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When
No,
they
no,
won
the Premier
When they
League.
won the Premier
Prem.
League,
That was
Yes.
a COVID.
it was the first
The
time
empty
in 30
stadium.
years or something
empty,
like that.
empty stadium.
And it was like they were like,
Empty stadium.
"Yay,"
It was
it was
an
weird.
emotional
I really
time.
enjoy
Weird.
a lot. Anyways, I cry a lot, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah. No kidding.
I saw the
My
one
wife was like,
video.
"What the fuck?"
But
Fucking happy. Yeah.
Hey, how can we explain
Bro,
it? We can't
yeah.
explain the
You can
feeling.
explain
dude,
Yeah.
I've cried at the bar
Cried at the club.
at Ojos Locos
Whoa!
when City lost it when we beat City.
I can't remember the last time a team made me cry. Like, we're talking
Bro,
about
and
good
I
cry
have
or
the, I have the
sad
logo tattooed in my
Any
chest. for
cry,
those
any
that
cry.
don't-
When's the
that
last
don't
time you
know.
cried
for a team.
for football?
For football, maybe the no era penal, Mexico 2020.
Really,
Is
bro?
that long?
No, I was
Nah.
super
Bro,
angry.
I cried.
don't even cry.
I'm gonna
I was
admit it.
angry.
I cried walking to do the fan reactions when Violette knocked us out.
Yeah,
I
forgot
shed a
about that.
tear,
forgot
bro.
about
Bro, I was that day.
That was the
I
worst
can't even
day.
remember. I was
That was
with
the
the
worst day.
friends that
The
I
worst
invited
day.
for the first time ever.
Uh-huh.
They're so happy, so happy.
terrible.
Yeah, we won it. Inside me, yeah, we won. But come on, bro.
Yeah, 'cause we did
They're
win
so
2-0.
happy. They were so happy in the
That's
crowd. That was the
hilarious.
first time that they went to.
They're like, oh, we
Austin.
won.
Yeah, we
Let's
won,
do
bro. I
it."
love this team. This is gonna be my favorite team ever. Inside me,
You're
like,
like,
okay,
yeah.
cool.
Just like a little kid celebrating the gifts under the
No,
Christmas tree
and
for
and
Santa.
and
You
the
just
on the
busted your
way
ass.
out, there was a lot of people from Haiti. Screaming a lot of things.
We
and
got
stuff
a
like
fan
that.
reaction.
We interviewed some folks from
Fuckers,
Haiti.
bro,
We
come
interviewed
on.
some folks from
That
Haiti.
was the darkest and most saddest moment of my support for this.
We didn't,
this
and we
club.
played good.
We played
We
great.
played great.
We had like 40
But we just
shots.
needed- yeah.
Bro, their bench had 2 guys.
Bro, wait, Austin literally lobbied to prevent their full team from coming over to
Yeah,
the
and they
United
still we
States.
still could have scored 3 on them.
They
The-
had to
their-
borrow players from
Bro, their goalkeeper was
amateur
4'8", brother. I mean, I was sitting right behind the goal. I'm like, there's no way he's a professional goalkeeper.
I couldn't understand what happened that night. it's unexplainable what happened.
That
at Q2.
darkest, hands down, darkest moment of supporting Austin FC. Hands down for me personally. Darkest moments. I shed a tear.
For sure. But I thought you guys were asking me in the context of like Real
Anytime.
Madrid.
Anytime.
You guys have to remember that I've enjoyed some fantastic
Yeah,
times
that
as
is
Real
true.
Madrid fan.
That is true.
After 2013, it's been heaven.
The Real Madrid's fracaso is like second, third, or like
I think that's a good question, bro. I don't remember when was the last time that I cried watching in sports. Like I think it was
telling
with
you,
Liverpool.
Mexico,
I think it was in
2014.
Liverpool when
Mine-
we won the
mine
Premier
was
League.
Violet-
I
Violet
cried.
penalty.
Violet
Because when we
penalty.
won the Champions League and everything, I was so happy. But with Premier League, I was like crying, like, oh my god, I thought I'm never gonna see my team. do
Also, I
this.
regret kind of acting a little bit out of the Ojos Locos because, like, I jumped out and screamed, and I was like, no one's like,
Oh my
why?
God.
Why did we? First of all, it's funny how if it's not Real Madrid in the final, no one wants to link up and watch the final. It's a Champions League final. Where's everybody at? Where are we watching the game?
It's not a final without Madrid, bro.
It's funny. Or if it's not like, oh, City Chelsea, no one's down that kind of link up.
Do
so
you
we had
remember
to
when
go.
Chelsea beat? I think it was against Bayern Munich in the Champions.
Yeah.
Oh,
Champions League?
that
That's the
I
You
game.
enjoy a lot?
That's
I
the
did.
game.
I wasn't a fan. The reason why I became a Chelsea fan was that game. We
Against
skipped Bayern Munich in the final.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
2012.
cool.
Me and my friend Santi, shout out Santi. We actually skipped school.
Bro,
went to
before
his house.
the semifinal was wild against
I didn't watch it.
Barcelona.
I didn't watch
Madrid lost to Bayern.
it. Bro, the Bayern
penalties.
Chelsea final was the first time I ever seen European
That
football,
was
bro.
cool.
So when we skipped school, we went to go watch it. I was like, bro, I'm a Chelsea fan from now on out.
Yeah, that was
That was
wild.
my origin
That was
story.
a good generation.
Yeah.
in
It was a good
Chelsea.
generation. You had a really, really
of the
good
best
teams. But
ones.
guys, real quick, Barcelona reached a new deal with Nike worth 127 million per season, 1.7 billion total around there.
They need it.
They need it bad.
Hansi
boy.
Flick is happy, and I'm sure with those funds, they're gonna go after their newest rumored target. From what I've seen on social media, is that they want
Haaland?
Alfonso Davies.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you. For me, I talk Barcelona. I was thinking like probably this team is gonna be in the dark for a while.
Yeah.
We said that, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
We were
start
saying-
to selling even the grass on the field. They sell
Right here,
everything.
look.
You can get married. You can get married in the stadium. They're using like a, I don't know,
Like an
to
event
like an
center.
event center or
We
whatever.
were
They need
saying they
money.
were the next Milan.
And then when you see the Spotify thing, when they put like a
Yeah, they sold their
Peso
soul.
Pluma and the
Karol
jersey,
G.
Karol G. What,
Didn't they do
this
one
team
with-
is a,
they
it's
did
a
one with
joke.
Drake.
Rolling Stones.
This team is
They
a
did the one with
joke.
Drake.
No, for me, the Barcelona, this team is a joke. For me, like they're
They're
gonna be
not,
in the dark for, and now
Yeah.
Bro,
they start to.
I'm gonna say
wear
this. I'm gonna say
Barcelona
this. And if you
this year.
disagree, comment. And if you disagree, call me out. Right now, in this very moment, Ozzy, look at me. Very moment right now.
Oh shit.
The top two teams in the world as far as form, everything. Liverpool, Barcelona.
Yeah, and that's crazy for me. I didn't think that that's gonna happen like so
Y'all
quickly.
do know Madrid just won
So
4-0,
quickly.
right?
Bro, don't start, bro. Don't start with Madrid.
Oh,
We-
so
we
now
can go.
everybody beats
Bro.
Osasuna, right?
Bro, are we not gonna talk about AC Milan defeat? Are we not gonna? I mean, what about a Clásico? Guess who y'all got next?
Liverpool.
Okay. I mean,
I
you
don't
Nobody's
wanna?
afraid. Nobody's
away,
afraid.
Liverpool away.
I mean,
bro.
it is a little bit suspenseful, but
Damn.
nobody's afraid. Nobody. I remember the last time that people were saying, "Oh, Madrid has to go to Anfield." They've never won at Anfield. James Rodriguez assist, Cristiano Ronaldo,
Yeah, I
Benzema,
fucking hate it.
put them to bed. Come on.
Top-
I mean,
top
what are we
flight
talking
derby,
about?
Top flight derby.
Madrid is one of those teams that yes, they can be down in the dumps.
Yeah, but
they are performing.
And
if
their
we back
dumps
to the
is what,
question. If we
second,
back to the
third, bro?
question, be honest. Do you think this is gonna happen to Barcelona so quickly that they're
What?
gonna wake up?
I mean, honestly, yeah, I think so.
Really, bro?
because
Before all the things that they're doing.
think about this though.
Y'all
If
don't have.
they-
Y'all don't have a right back. Still.
Think about this though. Think about this. If Barcelona goes on to win something meaningful this season, let's say they win a doblete, they could win the Liga for sure and Champions League. The prize money is also going to be fantastic.
But they
for
have a
them.
lot of financial problems. Remember when Messi left and everything?
Yeah,
Yes.
they did. Yeah.
There are a lot of.
But they've been working on that since he left, and they're low key. You know, they one hole pops up, they plug it.
Plug
Another
it.
hole pops up, they plug it. But with this new injection of funds, this new
For
injection
how
of
many
money,
years they're
it's
gonna
life.
be with
I'm
Nike?
not 100% sure.
It's life, bro.
And
They're
also,
being injected with
do you
life.
like Nike jerseys or Adidas?
I
You're
mean,
more- or
I've
Puma?
always been an Adidas jersey guy, but I like Nike footwear. I don't like Adidas.
No, but in
I'm
jerseys,
not-
in jerseys.
in jerseys, I think both
I think both are
times.
fire. The only ones that suck is Puma. I think that's it.
Yeah,
I,
Puma
I'm,
sucks,
I'm not. I'm not
I-
like
I
oh
hate
Adidas or
it.
Nike. I think that they're both. I think they're
I
both.
think they're
good.
both
Chivas had a
okay.
good Puma jersey once. They were champions that year. Con Almeida, their jersey was Puma.
Oh,
So don't hate.
wow.
Come on, dude, bro, come on,
just
dog.
realized
Yeah,
that.
Bali,
Come
get
on,
out of there,
bro.
Bali.
Bali.
Hey.
First, stage strong. Stage strong. At least that. That's all we can ask for. No, but Real Madrid beat Osasuna 4-0 this weekend. Big win, but at what cost? Rodrigo and Militao are seriously injured. Militao tore his ACL again.
Damn.
Saliba to Real Madrid might be sped up now. That operation has been
What
working in the
about Trent
background.
Alexander-Arnold too?
I don't know what's going to happen
Man,
with
y'all are
Trent.
running thin, brother.
Yeah,
You know,
and they're we
and I
worry
love
about
to
it
see
because
it.
I think Alexander Arnold he's gonna sign a contract yet. Him and Salah. We don't know what's gonna
Yeah, we
happen.
don't know.
with
Trent
those
wants
two in the
out.
future.
Trent wants out.
Yeah.
Probably
wants
he's
out.
going to Madrid.
Probably.
Probably.
You know, people
Do
say
you
that
guys need it?
we
Yeah,
need
boy,
it.
they
We
need-
it.
they
At
need-
first,
him
look, hear me
bad.
out. I've criticized Trent. I've said that I don't want him at Real Madrid, but right now we need somebody like him in the club that's going to bring youth to that position. It's going to bring speed. It's going to bring
Alfonso
quality.
Davies is you're
I
gonna.
mean, whoever. If it's Trent, if it's Alfonso Davies, I'll take either one of them.
Alfonso Davies is a badass.
It can't be
Yeah,
Lucas
yeah.
Vasquez anymore. It can't. I mean, Lucas Vasquez, the service that he's done for Real Madrid, incredible. He is a legend at the club, but him at right back can no longer continue.
You think he don't have a level to play in Real Madrid anymore?
No, yeah, no. Oh, not anymore. His cycle
Even in
closed.
You think he
and
earns
even in
legend
Europe,
status too, bro? Lucas Vasquez?
Lucas Vasquez, yes.
Legend
Even in
status?
Legend
Europe?
status. Let me explain why. The Champions League that was played against Atletico de Madrid, the second one, when they went to the penalties.
Yeah.
Lucas Vasquez, he's credited with beginning that the energy of that penalty shootout. It was famously known that when he was making his walk up to the penalty spot, he grabbed the ball and he was spinning it on his finger like a basketball.
That makes him a legend.
But hold on, and people
Okay,
were
okay,
saying like, "Oh my God, this guy like, what the hell?" And at that time, he was one of the youngsters of the team, and they put him to shoot first. So they were like, "What the hell? What is Lucas Vasquez shooting first for?" He goes up,
Okay.
balls of steel, ice in his veins, start and takes a great penalty as well. And then ever since then, he was always been like a quiet servant for the team, always coming like a Nacho kind of character.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a Madrid fan, and for you to hear for you to say that as a legend star, I was like, wow, I didn't know
he,
that.
he is legend status. But
okay,
the thing
alright.
is, though, Real Madrid has a page on their website dedicated to Real Madrid legends.
Okay.
And I think Lucas Vasquez is already officially in there, if I'm not mistaken. I know Gareth Bale is in there. But, I mean, Gareth Bale makes sense,
Oh
right?
yeah, come
But
on.
just it's like some recent names. But they have like a whole website, a whole page dedicated to their legends. And some of them get in there a little bit more easier than you think. And also, the fact that makes him another legend, people 100 years down the line will look back and say, oh, this guy won a lot of Champions League with Real Madrid. Automatically, he's inducted into this Hall of Fame.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And what do you think
Fair
about
point.
Primo was saying in the chat? They want Sergio Ramos back.
Okay, so in between pods, I was looking at some stuff from 433, and apparently Sergio Ramos liked a tweet from
Oh my
a sports
God.
journalist that said, I think it was Guti Hernandez, ex-Real Madrid player. He posted a tweet and he was saying, if I was Real Madrid, I'd get Sergio Ramos as a free agent tomorrow. And Ramos liked the tweet, of course.
Damn.
I don't think that's a good move.
You don't think as a
I don't think
yeah,
Where's
me
he
either.
playing
I
at
was
right
like,
now?
bro, he's super
He's a
old.
free
Even
agent.
if he's a legend or whatever,
Just wrap it up, bro.
it's not what you guys need right now.
No. We need a serious center back. I mean, Sergio Ramos is a serious center back, but his cycle with Real Madrid closed.
Yeah.
He's
over.
he's an aging player. Buddy better learn English because MLS is knocking on the door.
No, Sergio
serious.
Ramos is a lot of rumors that he's been everywhere.
Yeah,
Rayados,
they have him at Boca.
Miami,
America,
Boca,
he had America rumor.
America, everywhere. He don't even know what
He's
to
been-
do with his life.
He needs to honestly maybe get into like UFC sponsorship. I saw that he was at some fights recently.
Yeah.
With the Spaniard?
Yeah.
The Spaniard guy, what's his
name? Dilup.
Was
Yeah.
the guy that beat Holloway?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I know Dennis like, why you don't know his name? You don't know his name? Dilup. I don't know, bro.
But anyways, apparently he's
Yeah,
a
whatever.
heavy hitter.
Yeah.
He beat Holloway.
Yeah,
we know that.
I tuned in right when he knocked him out, man. What a fight.
But I mean, whatever happens with Ramos, keep him away from Real Madrid. Even though he's my boy,
Yeah.
he's my boy. I love that guy. He literally shaped me as a center back my entire youth career. But no, don't bring him to Real Madrid. I'm sorry. No.
In
can't.
Discord, we have the conversation about who's better, Ramos or Terry.
Oh yeah. Was I in there, Bob? Oh yeah.
All time?
This, all the
I'm
time.
going Ramos.
Weekly.
How are you, brother? Guess who I'm going with?
Terry, of course. But I'm gonna say this, bro. Terry was
Yeah.
insanely good for his era, bro.
Yeah.
He was a ruthless center back, bro.
And
And
he
he
also
put his
did
body
some-
on the line.
The thing that killed us is does some stuff outside of
He
the
did
pen.
some stuff. But Ramos won things with his national team. I
Yeah,
think that.
okay.
But
puts
one
him
of
above.
Ramos' like iconic moment for any fan that doesn't even follow the sport or like that much is gonna be his kick on Messi, bro. I mean, that is like his iconic thing, bro. A most blatant, disgusting act of just running up to him and just fucking kicking the shit out of
He
him.
was a youngster. Boys,
Nah,
boys will be
for
boys.
Liverpool fans, we
Boys
hate
will be
Sergio
boy-
Ramos, bro. About what he did.
That's
for
why this is a
Salah,
hot
bro.
take, and then you can
Oh, for Salah,
look,
yeah.
hot take. You,
Fuck
I
that
mean,
guy.
I'm just gonna piss off a bunch of people by saying this, but I think Ramos is only a legendary center back in world football to Madrid
You
fans.
always say that, and it pisses me off because it is not true, bro. He is a legend in the world of football.
to
bro.
Real Madrid fans.
No, bro. What are you talking about?
If you gather all the minds and make a list, he's not gonna. I don't think
He's
so.
a player that I want on my team at
Oh,
his youth at all time. In his prime, he was on my team anytime.
for sure.
Starter. Literally shaped the Real Madrid defense for years. With
I
Pepe.
agree.
Took over Europe for years. Took down a Bayern single-handedly. Took down Bayern Munich
There you
away.
We're watching the game.
Single-handedly-
Denver, Kansas City. Finally, Kansas is gonna lose.
Single-handedly pulled Salah's shoulder out of his socket, brother. Single-handedly, bro.
Ozzy and I talked about that already. It was an accident, right?
What?
Sergio Ramos, he didn't mean to do that to Salah.
Yeah,
It was
he
an
did it on
accident.
purpose, but not to kick him out for the game.
It
of
was
course.
just like,
he
hey,
was like,
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm
If
here.
to his mind, he was like, if he gets out for the game, even better. But I'm still gonna leave my hand here.
It's funny that final. I remember there's
Yeah.
a video of like Ronaldo looking at Salah. They're like waiting to come out to the pitch, and he like looks at it from the corner of his eye. It's like, oh shit, it's Salah. That was a great final.
That's a good
That was
Karius,
Karius.
Karius.
That was such a memorable final for me too because
Sorry.
we linked up with all the friends squad, went to tramps. It was a hilarious, funny night, funny day. Everything was just vibes. Y'all never forget that final ever.
It was crazy because Barcelona fans were all of a sudden Liverpool fans for that moment.
I don't know I didn't even know Barcelona playing because there was a lot of
Those jerseys,
Barcelona
there was
fans.
a lot of
there.
Barcelona fans. It is what it is.
Yeah,
But guys, we can get out of here. Is there anything else y'all would like to add to the pod?
No, just shout out to Miss Elena.
Shout out, of course.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Just
birthday, Miss Elena. Feliz cumpleaños.
And
Muchos más.
shout out for Kevincho for being here with us today.
And
on the
also,
podcast. Here.
shout out to my friend Bally. I took his spot because he's on vacation.
He's on vacation.
He's on
yes.
vacation.
Yeah. Fecha
why.
FIFA.
Yeah, he's on
Fecha
Fecha FIFA.
Fecha FIFA's coming
He's on
up.
Fecha FIFA right
Fecha
now.
FIFA's coming. But all right, guys,
Shout
we'll
out
be
to
back.
Bally.
Like I said, Discord and Patreon members, stay tuned. You're gonna receive a message here in the next 48 hours. So keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears open. We'll be back with more. It's Top Flight Podcast. See you soon.